Medication at an all-time low, still catch an all-time high. Off the Dr. Green Thumb Grow. I ain't preaching, I'm just giving you.
Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real. The Brown Bomber's a guy who you can see is supremely confident in his abilities. Glover's making his way to the ring now, and he looks very focused for this fight.
Introducing first, hailing out of Philadelphia, the Brown Bomber. And his opponent across the ring, hailing out of Philadelphia, Glover.
All right, fellas, let's have a good, clean fight. Touch them up and let's go.
Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight. Scores with the combo to the head.
Hey, you gotta see that coming. Let's go.
Just not there. Straight right hand off the mark. Blocks that punch. And now he brings the left hand upstairs. And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing them.
I think he has a date. He wants to get to it.
He got hit, but he sends it right back. Tried the hook, didn't get it.
Move your head.
A solid, true uppercut by the Brown Bomber. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Glover's right hand working well that time. He scored well. Red-hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library. Watching Hammer and Hank, the great Henry Armstrong. Never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
And he's really doing a nice job of hitting the mark with the jabs.
And that's exactly what he needs. And it's not hard to hit the mark when the mark's coming at you. The right choice of a punch.
Oh, good exchange there. Glover's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by the Brown Bomber. Glover's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Final 10 seconds of round number one. Clubber's cut, and you can see blood coming from his mouth. Now, I don't know if maybe the mouthpiece caused that, but the bottom line is that he can be swallowing that, and that can take away from his wind and conditioning. And we come to the end of round number 1. He can't see out of that eye, Teddy. It is swollen shut, and now the ref is taking a look.
And he should be taking a look, and I think he's going to bring the doctor up pretty soon to look at it himself.
Throw punches, okay? Don't walk into him without throwing a punch. Get the
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. And he just holds on there. The Brown Bombers, the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. He scored well after being hit himself. The Brown Bombers able to avoid that punch. Nice block by Clubber. Good step back counter punch there. Crashes home with the uppercut. The Brown Bombers left, landing well. Blocks that belt line well. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Clubber's feeling the sting of that big uppercut. Now a well-placed hook to the head. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Clubber's got to be really careful here. That eye is an absolute mess. The cut is really bad. In fact, it could call for an end to this fight at any point.
Well, Joe, the key is where the cut is. It's above the eye, and that means that the flow will go into the eye and, of course, impair the vision. That is what the referee's going to be looking at.
Not able to land the headshot. All-out action throughout this round. Let's see how they finish it up. The Brown Bombers just looking to get it done on the back end here, Teddy.
Yeah, he is. He's just waiting to set a trap. You know, he's trying to get his opponent to walk in where he can make a miss and bang, spring it on him.
Crashes home a headshot after blocking his opponent. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Oh! He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it. Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare, it's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
And that's the end of round 2. Listen, he's a veteran guy. He knows the truth of the situation. That's a really bad cut. The kind of cut that can end a fight.
Yeah, he has a gamble right now. You know, just got last call in the casino. They just said, you know, you got 3 more rolls of the dice. He's got to roll them. He's got to blow on them. He's got to do everything.
Let's go. The fight is too close. You hear me? It's too fucking close. We don't want this to go to the judge's scorecard, right?
Clubber's trying to clear his head now. He was knocked down in that last round, but I don't know if he's fully back, just sitting on that stool. The Brown Bombers missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Nice block by Clubber. The Brown Bombers showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Clubber's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Keep working the jab. Good, good.
What an impact that left hand just made by Clubber. The Brown Bombers movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Gets rid of that body shot. Off the target by Clubber. Blocks the headshot. The Brown Bombers able to land a nice clean left hand. So punch after punch, he keeps taking punishment. Starting to wonder here, Teddy, how much more will he be able to take?
You want it to be the inclination of a fighter, in this case a warrior, to go on. But sometimes enough is enough, and you just have to take your losses and come back to fight another day. I believe we've gotten to that point.
He's committed to that jab, and he doesn't just throw one out there, but brings the second one immediately behind it. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. 10 seconds to go in this third round. Clubber's making for a very inviting target right now. You can see the blood around that eye. The cut is obviously worse than it was just moments ago. And that's the end of round 3.
You have to be busy. This guy is beating shit at you. You have to throw 3 or 4 punches in a row. You turn this around. You gotta let it go.
You don't need that. Throw that away.
Look, you're standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body. You gotta give me the double jab. You're not giving me the double jab. You only give me one jab.
Well, start around number 4, a chance to look at Teddy's scorecard and get his insight. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counter-puncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Clubber's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Now hugging on the inside. Halfway through round number 4. The Brown Bombers swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent.
Keep your head moving. Oh, keep your feet moving.
Glover's having a masterful round defensively. I love what we're seeing from the footwork with him. Very good movement, sound defensively. Is there anything he should be considering adding to that arsenal, though, right now?
Well, he's got to find spots for offense. You know, he's making his opponent miss. He's getting him off balance. He's frustrating him a little bit. You know, pop at the right time. You know, let it fly a little bit in the right spots. You keep your guy off balance. When you got him off balance, you make him miss, make him pay.
10 seconds to go in the fourth. We come to the end of this round, and for this fighter, I think that's a good thing, because I was looking at him there, Teddy, and looked like he was breathing in and out of his mouth for most of that round.
Yeah, and that's a bad sign. That means that the gas tank is a little low. He's low on petrol.
This fight? Because listen to me, man. If you want this fight, you gotta stay busy out there, all right? Because you're losing this fight. Why? Because you're not throwing any...
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout.
Come on, kid, focus.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. The Brown Bombers in a cycle right now that's not paying off for him. He has been busy. Yes, he's committed to trying to be on the attack, but not enough of these punches are landing.
No, I would not call this guy in, from what I've seen, to paint my house. Because, I mean, this guy looks like he paints graffiti boards. I mean, he's just throwing stuff in there, like you said, and it's just, it's not making a picture you want to see. It's not accurate. It's not effective.
Patience, keep working the body.
They're trading blows. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by the Brown Bomber. You know, many times we talk about the fact that, hey, at least he's throwing punches, but that's all you can say in this case, because he's not landing many of these.
No, they're being blocked or they're missing. They're definitely not landing clean, and you have to give credit to the other fighter being that good defensively.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head. Come on.
Glover's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Oh, what a whiff by Glover. And that's the end of round 5. Clubber's corner has quite a task in front of them now. Their fighter's eye swollen shut.
Right now, you have to come up with some strategy. Maybe he turns his stance around, where he leads now with the good eye. You know, right now the good eye is back a little bit where he can't pick up things. Maybe now he needs to change his position in the ring where at least his good eye is in front.
Here we are getting ready for the second half of this fight as we've reached the 6th round.
Defense, more defense.
Nothing there on the punch by Clubber. Clubber's got to be really careful there, Teddy. I mean, he's leaving himself wide open.
And what's going to happen next? He's leaving himself open. He hasn't paid for anything yet, but that will be coming before you know it.
The Brown Bombers' punch didn't come close. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Halfway through round 6.
Keep moving, keep moving.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. Clubber's defense is playing a prominent role in this fight, Teddy.
Yes, it is, and specifically what it is he has good fundamentals. He keeps those hands up real good, you know, hip attached, they're up around his chin, his elbows in. You know, he has a real shell there that's not easy to penetrate.
The Brown Bombers way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. Punches and bunches. It worked out well there with that combo.
Yeah, you know, the early punches set up the late punches.
And that's the end of round 6. Well, we've seen this before, a fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
Let this guy get away. Come on, this is it. You gotta make it a fight now. You can't just move around. You gotta move your hands. All right, let's go. Nice work. Keep it up. This guy never felt it.
Back to action here at the start of this round, which is just part of what has been a very evenly fought fight. One of those fights that's going to be very hard to score.
Keep it going. Pace yourself.
There he is zoning in, the old 1-2. Accurate uppercut after taking a shot of his own. getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by Clubber. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Well off the mark by Clubber. There's the combo to the body.
It worked in the body.
Good job protecting himself. Unable to score with the hook.
Nice, nice.
Well-targeted counterpunch by Clubber. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
Unload, unload, more punches.
Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect.
Relax. Pace yourself.
10 seconds to go in the seventh. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
You gotta breathe. Breathe. Relax. How you feeling out there? You're not winning this fight, right? You're not winning. He's beaten. I need you to throw more than one punch out there.
Okay, listen. When he misses with a punch, count it. Don't look for jumping.
Close fight here tonight as we have round number 8 underway. Clubber's enjoying a slight lead on Teddy's scorecard, but I've been concerned with how much he's been easily tagged tonight, Teddy.
Well, that's when he goes into that peekaboo. He goes into that peekaboo. He doesn't move his head. He's stationary, and his opponent's been taking what he's given him.
Really frustrating his opponent now as he's so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Pace yourself.
Clubber's showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8.
Stay away from those. Come on.
Fires right back at him.
Punch! Punch! Keep it up! Hands up, man.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. Parries that punch intended for the head.
Relax, relax.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. And the round comes to an end. In between rounds here, Clubber's eye is completely swollen shut. What would you be telling him?
Well, this is going to sound a little tiny harsh, but guess what? This is a tough business. I tell him, you have 2 eyes, right? Use the good one.
You're losing this fight. I need you to take some chances now. You have to take a chance with this guy, all right? You got that? You have to take a risk. Listen. He is done.
Good action throughout. We'll see if it keeps up in this round of what has been a very even fight.
One, two, 1, 2.
Good way to protect the midsection. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch.
Pace yourself.
Well timed by Glover. He took a step back, landed the counter.
Exactly what he wanted to do.
Able to cover up that gut. The Brown Bombers doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Needs to improve that act. Oh, he just ate a big uppercut right there. He had no, and banging away he goes. What a turn of events. What a turnaround. He scores his own knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
And that's where scoring a knockdown hurts you sometimes, because now you think you're just going to walk in and get it again. Well, he walked in, he did get it. He got it.
The Brown Bombers' punch is far off the target.
Work the body, kid. Body shots.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
What's the hook?
Blocks away that headshot.
Left and right, left and right.
Not an accurate hook at all.
You're not focused.
Now that's some fine work right there by Glover.
Get out of the way from those punches. Move your head.
And that's the end of round 9. Glover's coming off a round where he scored big. He scored the knockdown. I suppose right now he's got to think to himself, Teddy, how did I do that, and how can I do that again?
He should think that to himself. That's what his corner's there for, to remind him. You know how you did it? Do it again.
No need to get into a brawl with this guy, okay? That's what he wants. Don't give it to him. The jab works good when you use it. You don't use it enough.
This is it, 10th and final round as they face off against each other. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Comes right back with a shot of his own. Glover's blocking ability is doing well for him there. He missed with that headshot.
Keep your head unload, more punches. Working that box. 1-2, 1-2.
The Brown Bombers is coming out here after being knocked down in the last round. Teddy, what are some of the things you look for that will tell you he's on steady ground, that he looks fine?
Well, the first thing I look for is the base, the foundation. I mean, you look at a house, you want to see, and you want to make sure that that basement is solid. There's cinder blocks there. You know, you don't want to see that upper floor waving a little when there's a wind. You're looking at his legs. You want to make sure that they're steady, they're firm.
Halfway through this 10th and final round. Unable to connect by Clubber. The Brown Bombers hit by a counter punch there. What a trap he just set, and he lands a nice counter punch.
Yeah, that's the old Casper the Ghost trick there. You know, you're there one time, you give him a little shade, you know, a little shadow, and then he throws at you, you pull back, bang, come right back with your own.
Good block by Clubber. 10 seconds to go in this, the final round. The Brown Bombers well off the mark that time. This was an easy fight to score from start to finish after that effort.
Well, you never know in this sport with the scoring, but this is one you know.
We're going to know in moments here as we send it up to the ring.
Clubber.
This was a sure and steady effort by Clubber tonight, and it earns him a unanimous decision win. Teddy, your scorecard reflects that as well.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever a question of who was going to win. It was